leap of faith on someone that I kind of know. I want to know you as a person. And that's where you get to the multiplication effect. So let's say, someone who raised their hands. You have 50 people in your network. You have 50 opportunities. But if those people genuinely trust you, they'll put in a good word to their network. And that's where the multiplication starts to happen. So you have access to your people in your network plus the others. That's where you want to be when you're on the job market. That's where you want to be when shit starts to hit the fan. Because not everyone has the answers, but you should know the people that know who to call. And that's where it really starts to multiply. Speed over perfection. Pretty much all of us are in tech. Speed to market is one of the most critical things right now. You have to move fast. If you work, again, I come from heavy in the cyber background. Speed is critical. You have to be able to get answers to the people that need them immediately. So having someone to call and not spend hours looking into something is going to make you the best employee. It's going to make you stand out, and it's just going to make you better at whatever you do. The human element is critical as AI is taking a lot off our plate. Knowing how to solve problems and knowing who to call and when to call someone, AI can't do that. AI is not going to replace this anytime soon. And at the end of the day, do we want it to? Like, isn't it healthy to leave the house sometimes and talk to people? And tequila? This is not going to be replaced, and it wouldn't be the same if it was virtual. It just wouldn't. So much can come out of this. I have made some of the best friends through moments like this, where we've gotten to meet, and you get to actually see the human behind that casual networking conversation where you're like, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah, we've all been there. But when you actually get to start a conversation and learn about the other person, you can make amazing relationships. You get invited to cool events. There's so much cool stuff that I wish I could explain you can build when you have an ecosystem. I consider myself extremely lucky. I put in the work, 100%. I built this. But because of that, it's opened so many doors. And I want people to start seeing an ecosystem instead of just transactional networking. Because if you stop there, you will end every event feeling drained and tired and like you didn't actually get anything out of it. And then I've kind of already talked about this, but access to the right people is a competitive advantage. In your job, while you're looking for the next job, if you're a founder, getting your message out to the world through a grassroots approach is the best thing that you can do. And if you're a founder, nobody can pitch your idea better than you because you're passionate. So your reach has value. And I don't want people to see this as just casual networking. So now, what actually is an ecosystem? It's your core circle. That's your friends, family. If you have kids, that's all the parents you sit birthday party with. You have like an hour just sitting there and talking. Extended network. That's the people that you're just randomly connected to on LinkedIn because you can see each other's posts, some more than others. Alumni groups, if you're from a certain college and the others are as well. Communities groups and meetups like this, networking groups, again, Austin Tech events, not to make a selfish plug, but there's a few events on it. So if you're ever bored, you can check there. Governing and certification bodies. We're in tech, right? Think PMI, think ISACA, there's plenty of others, you get the gist. Domain experts. Those are the people that have written books on topics, speak at conferences, the people who know their topic backward and forward. You want to meet the connectors. So a connector is someone, when you reach out to them, they're like, I got you. Let me introduce you to these 3 people. Those are very valuable. And if you can be one, you're going to provide a whole lot of value to your network. Being a connector is critical, but you also want to find the other connectors. At the conference I was at today in private equity, I met me, but in finance. And I was like, I'm so happy to meet you because I don't know anybody here and I don't even know what questions to ask. And so she started connecting me with all these people, and that was hugely valuable. And that was me out of my element. I can't add any value there. But I met someone who could give that to me. And if she wants to come into tech, then we're in my domain and I can help a little. But meet the connectors and be a connector when you can. And then opportunity multipliers. Those are the people that are going to put you on the podium. Those are the people that are going to speak well about you behind your back. They're the ones who know you and want to see you succeed. Find them and be them. So, building connection. The first thing you need to do, and I could speak for an hour on building a brand. This is my background. Who are you? What do you do? I break down your brand into the PIE method, P-I-E, performance, image, and exposure. If I don't know you exist, am I ever going to think of you? No. If I know you exist, but I don't know what you do or what you're good at, am I ever going to put you up for something? No. And if I know what you do, and you're not very good at it, that last 10% is performance. You have to perform. But image and exposure is 90% of the opportunities that are going to come your way. Because if I don't know you exist, and I don't know what you do, I mean, no one's calling you for anything. You're not getting that job. You're not being called for opportunities that you want. So know your brand and define it. If you don't know what it is, which secret, nobody actually does, ask the people in your life, ask the people in your network, what keywords they think of when they think of you. You have to start there. Then you have to show up consistently. Pick your groups. Go to things that just fill your cup and make you happy, because if you're going to groups that leave you drained, you're not going to do it. And they're not your people. I've sat on many boards. There's, I don't know, a dozen cybersecurity groups in Austin. I found my one that were my people, and that's where I joined. That's where I was involved, because we just clicked. I love DEF CON 512, but hackers and hoodies isn't my vibe. Shocking, I know. You just have to find your group, and you have to show up consistently. So find the places that fill your cup. Leading with value, like I said, this is not transactional. Of course, it's going to start that way. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's stay in touch. If you post on LinkedIn, add value. Like, have something of value coming out of that. Lessons learned, share an event, etc. Same thing in person. Offer how you can help. One of my favorite tricks to be remembered is that when you leave a meeting with somebody or a little networking conversation, don't say, oh, if I can do anything, let me know. They won't. Say, how can I help? It's a much more pointed question. And 90% of the time they'll be like, oh, nothing. But you ask and they'll probably remember. But if they say they need help with something, it's probably going to be something small. And then they'll remember you even more because you came to their rescue. Follow up and stay in touch. Pretty self-explanatory. I really don't need to explain that one. Multi-channel visibility. This is a fun one I'm learning again. Multi-channel. I knew technology. Now, if we back up a little bit, most technologists stay in their defined technology. Cybersecurity, data, infrastructure. You can't do that. Because tech is connected. You need to be able to talk to other technologists about their domain. Get to know project management. They're your best friend or worst enemy. Get to know. If you're in cyber, that touches everything. You can't stay in your lane when you're in cyber. And when you're in data, bless you. Because I've seen some of these environments and they're messes. And so you've got to talk data hygiene. You have to talk to everyone within the business. So you cannot stay in your lane. You need to go multi-channel. You are going to be so much stronger than everybody else within your environment if you're able to do that. And then again, I already said this, be the connector and the multiplier. Okay, super high level. We already talked about this, but like, don't focus on just quantity over quality. The quality of your relationships matters. And then don't reach out only if you need something. Nothing gives me the ick more than when someone I haven't talked to in like 4 years hits me up on LinkedIn and they're like, hey, I saw this job. You know this person, right? Nope, not anymore. Don't do it, because they'll know that it's transactional. It feels yucky. If you have that relationship, go for it. But don't follow up only when you need something. And then I recommend everyone go through an ecosystem audit, because I'm type A OCD. I love to do this. Be intentional. Go through your network. Figure out who's missing. You have to know your brand first. Know what you're good at. Know what your own personal gaps are. And then think like, what situations have I been in the past where it would have been really helpful to have like this type of a persona. Think about your current career. Think about where you want to go in 5 years and figure out who's missing. Invest in the relationships that matter. You don't have to be friends with everybody. You're not gonna, but like know who you need to build a strong ecosystem. Depth over breadth. Just you gotta trust people. You have to have a relationship. I'm not gonna hammer that one. Your reputation is the most valuable currency you have. Do not put your neck on the line for someone that you do not have full trust in. I'm the first person to say no. Because if I don't know you horribly well, I'm not taking a risk. I took a lot of time and investment, just like a currency, to build that trust in me so that my word has value. And you need to protect your time and your reputation. That is the most valuable thing you have. Companies come and go. Friends come and go. Your reputation and your personal brand, it's going to change. It's going to evolve. But you have to protect that. Because you don't want people to look at you in a different way because of something that, you put your neck on the line for someone who really messed up. Or you're going in and saying you're really good at something and then you're not. It's the pie method. You got to perform. Right? So protect your reputation. And then give as much as you can. Think of partnership, not transaction. Really just, it's simple in theory. It's not easy, but it's a simple basic formula. That's all. So there's pizza and tequila. And maybe a couple other things to be said. Oh, questions. Yes.
Building your personal brand. How do you know? Building a personal brand is difficult for me. I can tell other people how to do it. When it comes to doing it myself, it seems to be a challenge. What steps did you take in order to identify your own brand?
I love that. What steps did I take to build my own personal brand? First, you have to be honest about who you are today. An actual current state evaluation of who you are. You want to do an audit of where you want to be, but you need to know who you are today, right? And then if you want to start moving towards being someone else or something else, that's great, but start with who you are. No one truly knows their brand. I feel like I do, and I coach on this, so I should. But the only people that know your brand, you have to talk to those around you because they're all going to say different things about you. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to the people that you work with, people that you're meeting at networking events. Like, what words come to mind? Hopefully they're all pretty similar because you should be able to show up in any environment and be the same type of person, right? You might be switching out your hats, but I would say talk to your community, and then you just have to have a lot of self-awareness. And sometimes you look at your personal brand and it's not what you want. I cuss too much. I know that about myself. I don't want to be that person. So I'm working on it. You have to have some of that self-awareness where the person that I want to be isn't always the person I am today. And you need to know who you are so you can show up the best you can in your current state. Because saying, oh, I'm this person, no, that's who we want to be in 5 years, but that's not who we actually are. And that gap is going to lead to a lot of inconsistency. Did that answer the question?
It did, yes.
Any other questions?
I have one. How do you get real connection on LinkedIn? I have a 3,000 connection.
You don't. You don't. You don't make real connections on LinkedIn. You meet in person, you stay connected on LinkedIn, and I love LinkedIn. I've got some opinions on it, but I think it's a really beneficial tool. The way that I use LinkedIn is one, to add value and stay relevant. Two, the power of micro touches to maintain relationships is really helpful. So liking, commenting, I don't usually repost stuff, but liking and commenting goes really far. Sending them a message and be like, oh wow, I saw that job update. That's awesome for you. It's micro touches, but you don't build a relationship on LinkedIn. You have to go get a coffee or a tequila. You have to meet in person. I'm pro tequila. Point is, you just don't. You cannot build a relationship online. Just my opinion.
So what
what I hear you saying is you don't believe your brand can be your work, and you can have a separate brand for your personal. It's one and the same.
I think showing up one and the same is super important. Right. You show up slightly differently. When I'm with my kids, I'm a different person than I am when I'm at the office. But I'm still my same authentic self. And frankly, a lot of my kids' friends, their parents work in tech too. So they're an extension of my ecosystem. I'm not saying we're working together, we're not going to all the same networking events together, but they're a valuable part of my network. So I think your work and your personal need to at least be similar, right? Like you can go into personal life mode, but who you are has to remain consistent, which is just authenticity, in my opinion.
When you say give before you need, if you're looking for a job, how do you exactly do that?
It's really hard to give before you need when you're on the job market and you need a job like today. I recommend, this is the worst advice for anyone on the market. Start it before you need it. Start building that, start giving, start adding value far before you need it. But if you are on the market, the best thing you can do is invest time. Ask them, hey, can I buy you a coffee and like just steal your brain for a little bit? Can I ask you some questions? That's so much more valuable than like a LinkedIn DM. When people ask me for coffee, I don't always say yes, but I'm so much more open to that because I feel like they're investing their time as well. They're showing up. And you can usually tell pretty quickly. Like, I've arrived at a couple of coffees and then, like, maybe I shouldn't have said yes to this one. And you might waste a little bit of time, and that's okay. But I've also had really valuable ones where someone messaged me on LinkedIn, we grabbed a coffee, and now we're really good friends. And so I would say try to do the more personal touches. Try to get off LinkedIn, build a relationship in person, and hopefully they'll like love you and you'll just click and they'll be like, wait, my company's hiring. That's the dream. Doesn't always happen, but that's what I would recommend.
Do you know Laura Webb?
I don't know, do I?
I don't know. You
I
should.
don't.
So I'll introduce you. She can talk about finance and private equity and all of that with you all day.
Thank
So
you.
I will introduce you.
See, connectors. Thank you. You had a question?
Yeah, I had a question. So you mentioned about like relationship building, right, as part of like starting connections with other people. What would you recommend? Let's say if you connect with somebody at an event and you exchange LinkedIn's, what would you recommend as like the next steps after that to actually facilitate that relationship?
Yeah, so next steps after you meet like at a networking event, you've exchanged contact, like how do you turn that into a relationship? Go out to coffee, get some beers, go to a dog park. I don't just
Follow
Find something in
yeah,
common.
follow up and stay in touch. Again, sometimes if you connect on LinkedIn, having a couple like micro touches on LinkedIn is super helpful, and then you can follow up like a week or so later whenever you feel comfortable. There's no rule. Whenever you feel comfortable, and just say, hey, we met at the event. Some of the things you're posting are cool. Would love to just chat more. I mean, just follow up, just send a message.
Okay.
However you feel comfortable doing so. But yeah, just like get offline. Just meet in person.
So you keep saying coffee, and coffee seems to be a time investment that's pretty extensive. So do you have other ideas that are shorter?
Okay, yes, I'm a coffee addict, so I will always say yes to coffee. Non as heavy time investment options. I mean, you can do like a Zoom meeting. I've done that before when I'm like, hi, it's just not gonna happen this week. I'd love to meet you. I just don't have time to like physically go meet you anywhere. I mean, I've done those. I've done Zooms.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is you can also like plan to meet up at another networking event or something. Be like, hey, I'm going to this. Are you going? It would be so cool to see you again, or something like that. Don't use my word name. It's not great. You'll think of something better.
Are you at liberty to say which of the local Austin cybersecurity events you would actually recommend attending and participating with them?
Yes. So there's a couple of cyber people here, and she knows. I sat on the board of ISSA for 3 years, so I obligatory have to say that. ISAC is fantastic. Women in Cybersecurity is fantastic. YSIS is good. ISC Squared.
They're restarting.
They're coming back. B-Sides is good. DEFCON 5.2 is fantastic. Austin Hackers Anonymous is too. Like, you just gotta find your group. Because, like, AHA is just not my vibe. It's just, I don't understand half of what they're saying. It's movie references I haven't seen. It's just not my vibe, but it could totally be yours. So, yeah. Any other questions? Awesome. Well, I'll be around for a bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kat, for this amazing talk. I think that we gained some very powerful insights. I could use a couple. Let's get a picture, okay? So just gather together and I'll take a picture and you can be here in front. Standing up, standing up.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be tagged on LinkedIn.
Alright, scooch it in.
Oh, your new LinkedIn.
Okay, at a count of 3, everyone say tequila.
Tequila.
1, 2, 3.
Tequila.
Awesome. So a couple of announcements. So we do this event every single month. So see you next time, the first Tuesday of every month. Next one's on June, and it's gonna be about marketing. Okay, so make sure to register to the next event. I'm gonna leave here the QR code. Let's give another round of applause to Kat, please. There's still some tequilas and pizza over there, so we can continue the networking for, let's say, 20, 30 minutes more. Thank you, everyone. Also, I have parking validation tickets if you park here at Kettle Factory.
Were you the one that signed your
I'm not cybersecurity.
No, just asking for practice.
So I'm IT assistant. I work within an IT department.
I really don't like the idea of having anyone tell me what to do or anything, so I'm just giving up so much time. I'm sure if it's in life, I really don't care what they do. I'm just a creative mind. I really cannot have anyone help me, so I'm trying to step into the space industry. Seeing as how far the space industry is going and stuff that's going to influence our daily life, we're seeing technology and connectivity as a whole. Just business side, and more, mostly administrative. So, yeah, Firefly, all of them. Cedar Parks. Wait, yeah, Firefly is in Cedar Parks. There is machines somewhere out there. Independent machines or they're useless. No, yeah, Firefly Aerospace. When I first got to Austin, I actually did apply for a position there. The administrative, like accounting and finance. They need creativity. That's what I can. I mean, that's where most of the jobs are going to be transferred. It's like I said, like the space industry is revolutionizing technology so rapidly that that we're going to reach a point where the space industry as a whole is going to be part of our daily lives. Like it's going to change our ideology and even the way we see ourselves. Because the biggest question of humanity as a whole, like the top question that reign above king of questions or queen of questions or whatever you call it is, what's our place in the universe? Space industry. And this is where the space industry takes us.
It's really amazing something because I always feel that it's one of those last industries, not last industries, but like it's one of those, like you said, it's a thing, you know, it can do so much, so many different things. And it's so amazing to see what has happened with building.
I mean, just between Tesla and SpaceX alone, there are just and also something that no one thinks is that the whole point of a Tesla, if you've ever been in a Tesla, the whole point of a Tesla is to reduce as much as they could the resources used to produce that car or a car or any kind of car, and to reduce the amount of resources and the cost of producing the car and just going full digitally and coding and programming the car so that all the resources that are being used to produce the car can be shifted within SpaceX. It is true. No one thinking about
Parking validation tickets.
I didn't get your name, by the way.
I'm Amanda.
Brian.
Brian?
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Do you go to these a lot?
This year, Tequila, that's my second time here. But yeah, I mean, I try to attend any event that's interesting, any event that can get me places, just meeting people, putting myself out there. Just like she mentioned, I'd rather be present in front of people rather than be elsewhere. Digital doesn't really mean as much to me.
This is my first Tech and Tequila. I'm trying to start networking in different IT places, and I feel totally lost.
No, you're fine. You get used to it. It's up to work out.
They look like they are in that conversation. And you just have to do it. My energy battery.
I adopted her Pacific number. I said, let's go. Yeah. It'll be a couple of weeks just to get the whole thing on. Oh no. Did you hear last weekend, but I didn't. We might go.
Yeah, like all the new companies, all the key players, all the leader companies. Okay, so put it. So the space industry before it was between NASA and the Rocket. So right now you have lots of private and public companies that are opening up access and easing the public's access to resources to space. Right. But not everyone is aware of it. So what I'm trying to do is put these resources out there and make people more aware of what's going on. It's a really part of this space. Do you know that there is this thing called are you even aware that there are space dollars? You know. Are you even aware that there is this thing called geographical space relation between nations? Do you know what the Federal Aviation Airspace or Aerospace or whatever, what the amount of headache that they take just to be able to approve a space launch? So like it's about all these new companies revolutionizing the space companies. That's one that you. Hey, I'm Brian. Nice to meet you. So I heard you were cyberpunk. Have any idea?
My advice is to get out so she's
That's the song. She's yeah, just not. So I was wondering because she is cybersecurity.
Yeah, boss level, CISO. I'm coaching a couple through us being a technology.
Anyone I might be able to refer to there.
Kat has written. Kat has recently written. I really have to put some notes that I wrote. These notes are you're trying to do
I want to keep it long, But I always talk about your connection, right?
So that's all the time. And they're like, how do I get that job? And I said, well, it doesn't pay. So I have talking about brain. The guy in the front row has like writing, just go ask people brainstorming to write it down. walk away, and somebody says, "You met Ed. Tell me about Ed." Things you want to say, right? How do you use that part of my brand, my purpose, and my values, my attributes. I'm very good at arrange. And arranger is, if you think about puzzles and putting things together, it's less about the math of the puzzle as it is about solving the problem. Kat says she does something, right? So that was like a connection. And then 6 months, I could meet somebody else that connected more experience like that. Somebody else would be the expert. Oh yeah, right? Because I remember
You're like me.
you remember some attributes in those different things. So with I don't speak a lot of historians. That's why I didn't let Brian's I don't. The only referrals I take some referrals from very good friends, and some children of some very good friends. Other than that, I don't really want to know your career page, your children that you met over the years. Yeah, I have enough of my own network. I do career coaching for newer people, and I have my favorite after years, I slowed that down. I still do a lot of connections, but less than that.
Were you in the tech environment the whole time? Here's a shot in the dark. You know what? You never know. Richard Weiss, he's with SAP for a long time. Weiss, W-E-S-C. A shot in the dark. You never know. Because I was here way before you. Back at competing against that guy who worked in his dormitory in UT. So I competed against that guy working from his dorm room in UT, so I competed. But anyway, cool. I just want to introduce myself. Cool. I'm a financial planner with Guardian Life and Park Avenue Securities. But anyway, cool. But you're right, some of these networking events is all that. It's fun. And I'm like you, I don't forget names and faces. I'm sort of like an idiot savant. Everything else I forget. I remember I met you like 10 years ago. And, yeah.
Okay, I met them at this event. I go on LinkedIn, and when you connect to somebody that has a contact information, everyone knows, like, oh, October of 2012, that was it. Like, oh no, a lot of times I'll know where I met them or how I met them. I always like to know where better know the people.
Yes. It's a little cumbersome.
Right.
Yes.
It's not in my phone. It's not, I still have lots of cards.
I've got stacks and stacks. She just talked about that, so I go to like keep like 2 or 3 or just 3 milk. I have 3 this week. I have a stack of cards like one.
I won't pick it up a card anymore.
But, yeah. Well, Diane, nice meeting you.
Where else did this
Real estate investors.
No, I won't be there.
That's just really good.
Thursday night?
That's Thursday night. Where am I going tomorrow? Yeah, where I'm going tomorrow.
I live in Wimberley. I have a place here. So I worked in Austin today. I was staying in town. And I have to see what my schedule is so I can pack appropriately and know when
I met a gentleman last week. He goes to night swing events the weekend.
Because no, that's my job for my company. I'm the one who does all that. Wow.
I don't think that's my
I just want to introduce myself. Nice to meet you. Are you on LinkedIn? Did the guy say he has 3,000 connections on LinkedIn? You have more than that? So,
I've been networking since '95.
that's incredible.
That probably was a force.
So, what do I do here? Do I do follow or just?
Oh, well. We accept it, so
We're connected?
there you go. It just takes a minute.
Gotcha. Diane, thank you very much. Have a good Cinco de Mayo. This was good.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I also host the meeting. It's for music production.
Oh, nice.
Maybe the odd ones out a little bit. You know, we're not in startup, but yeah, we meet in Anton's right over there. So,
Which stage?
on the second Tuesday,
Second Tuesday.
second Thursday.
Second Thursday.
Yeah, sorry, we two.
And you do music you say, or?
I do music. I work in tech. I have a lot to do. Yeah, trying to become a data analyst. I just learn to meet people and hang out. And Capital Factory's cool because everybody has their own passion.
Yeah. Do you work together, or?
Yeah, but yeah. We're talking about the fans. And congrats, by the way, because it's great. Great crowd, great network here. So I'm definitely spending.
Yes, yes. Welcome anytime.
Yeah, I'm from marketing. So the next one is a marketing machine.
Yes.
So we're definitely going to be
Yeah, the speaker that's gonna be doing is a lot of like traction, well,
like around the bench as well.
So, pleasure. See you next time.
I'm interested in your event. Like, what do you do?
So basically, we get people that are digital music producers.
Well, I'm not.
Well, you don't have to. Like, people that make music on the computer. So like, make electronic music. Basically, any genre. So any type of
Is a
music.
certain thought? Is it like a workshop maybe or what?
Yeah, so here at the show we do networking, and then we'll do a workshop on particular topics, and then we'll do track feedback. So everybody shares the demo track they're working on, and then we all like a few minutes, and then we all get feedback.
I'm gonna tell my wife to come because she's starting to. I don't know if this is the same or not, but she's starting to make songs for kids. Like she likes to sing. So she's writing the song and then she's using AI tool like Suno or whatever you want to produce the music. Sing it. Maybe she's very good.
We need music producers.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We will do a talk on AI soon, because we did one like 2 years ago, but it's changed so much.
Oh yes.
And so, yeah, we'll definitely do like interactive discussions. That one probably won't be until like.
So you said you want the second Thursday of every month.
Yeah. This month yeah, normally second Thursday.
Your company sponsor all the stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm curious because I had a company in the past and I used to organize events like this. What's your objective with this kind of event?
Yeah, with this kind of events are recognition, brand recognition. That's it, right? Building the networking, connections, brand.
Yeah, that was our objective as well, and it worked really well. And I we can donate clients from that source. It's a great strategy. How long have you been working with it?
Here in Austin, 2 years, and we've been doing the same event in Houston for 4 years. Before moving to the States, so when I moved to the States, I started in Houston. I lived there for 4 years. I still have some colleagues there that run our Houston office. And then I moved to Austin 2 years ago.
You're like pioneer.
Yeah.
You also work here?
Yes. I mean, we don't come every day. We usually work from home, but yeah, when we are here, we are here.
Yeah, I usually work from here. Maybe like once a month.
Yeah, that's can't believe it.
Awesome. So, see you next time.
I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Great combination.
I've been building this for the last 2 years and a half. We have more than 80 guys now. We are so we are seven now in the team, and our unit deconstruct is in I just moved to Austin like a month ago. So I was living in Australia. I started this business in Australia, but I'm originally from Argentina. Yeah, I started this in Australia or here? Yeah, in Australia. So we got a couple of clients there. We started growing in Latin America, Spain and Germany. We got a couple of clients here, and that's how we started doing this. We have 9 clients there, and we see how many this year. Yeah, everything is in dollars from investors from Mexico and a couple of agents, agents in Austin, yeah, Austin and Mexico. Yeah, it's great. It was like a pre-seed that we had already. Try to realize pre-seed. Actually, next week, actually, this weekend. Okay, so we have like $12,000 around. So we call it a pre-seed. We want it to invest and raise like a proper seed round of $5 million. We're still working on it. So yeah, hopefully maybe at the end of this year we start raising. It's lean mode. Lean mode. Lean mode. What's your story? Lean, you know, like lean methodology, like you probably did math together. Probably, and then lean molecule, like lean creating lean. So you're actually they like 3 times sterilization. Usually, I remotely take this. Actually, has point. You should not point. Unless if you put the practice, I you got to work with it. Yeah, when you lie, you lie to real head. First, I make sharp. One, just point. My name was good. I haven't nailed it yet, but we use coated lead, then grade it. Yes, it's a great tool. If you have it, browse it. You can use it as a discount. So basically it works 600. You can negotiate the price. But what I did is I did a live data in December last year. So I did a trial of 2 weeks, and I extended one more week. So we basically got the first guy. So it cost around like 40. No, I negotiated the price, but it cost around 500. And I got the first guy, and then we got the second week, so it's like 50. That is usually a point. So basically, with this side, we replace all the like seasonal planting, and what I do is I give you like exactly if somebody's talking about specific target words. If you map the whole competitors, so like we map even contracting companies that they do AAA and so on. If our ICPs or CPOs basically fit the code of our competitors, we draw like training sequences. Then we get like a discount, maybe 10 to 15 meetings per month, something like that. It's working pretty well. You have to work on simple language, so you don't just get complex wording and so on. Because you have this, you set it up in I mean, that's the freshest fish you can ever get. No restaurant, no freaking HEB can get that fresh fish that I can. Saltwater fish is better. So if you use a tool, to be honest, like it worked really well for us. Better fishing, I don't know. Like the state is great for us to get your hands on. It's one of the tips so that because it worked at the beginning, but like refining position gives us a little bit more time to work. Alright, your tricks work 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see. All the best gives me every day gives you like maybe 8, 15 connections, and you start sending stuff. Yeah. You start getting people interested, like in the pool, and we send like a mix of LinkedIn messages and email. And it's usually goes well. Yeah, sounds good. I can. Yeah, we have to go. I thought I was going to get the last tequila, but this is the last one. Yeah. I'm driving. I'm driving. Who wants the last one? Okay. No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Dale, nos vemos. Vamos. Chao. Thank you. Bye. See you. Ahí te contó Pablo de los resorts. Sí, güey, qué pedo. Hay que investigarlo. Voy a decir el aire a ver si quiere pizza. ¿Qué dices? Mandé un mensaje a la IA a ver si quiere pizza.
you have any more sugar-free month left? No. No. Run out of. Well, thank you. Hey, have a good one. You were great, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you. See ya. ¿Listo? ¿Ahí tiras el hielo? No. Oye, ¿cómo va el? ¿Le siguen haciendo mejoras al Excel Master? ¿O ya no? Sí, ¿por qué? ¿O no? ¿Por qué no va? No, me acordé porque lo dije. Y si captamos el Excel Master, no, no es un ojo, pero lo queríamos aventar con un desarrollador. Que eso iba a ser, ¿te acuerdas? Hace mucho.
No, no, yo dije que no.
No, yo.
Lo digo, pues, después, ¿te acuerdas que la quería?
Sí, que la dejaste.
Para ayudarle a porque mami. Sí, no, me